Jimmy, now you've actually been in a live rescue situation yourself where you've had to do something similar.
Mm.
Please, what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so the day was just a normal day. Um, I was working next to a canty deck. So a canty deck is a platform that sticks out out of the building
Mm.
to land loads in.
It's like a temporary balcony, really, isn't it,
Yeah,
for
so
lifting
they
materials?
take stuff into the building or back out from that. The crane next to me, mate, was in the crane next to me, and he had a load in the air, and all of a sudden there was just a little bit of like he was saying to me, "I need to get to that canty deck, Jim." And I was, okay, and then there was a little bit of like it's like I don't know what's going on. I can't get hold of anybody. So there was a bit of radio silence, and we thought, hmm.
Gosh.
And then suddenly,
And this was your slinger you were speaking to?
no, the other operator on the crash
Right,
radio,
right.
and then we could we could see sort of ambulances pulled in and that sort of stuff. So we sort of said, right, something's happened here. We didn't know what, and then we found out that so you've got the core of the building, which is like the lift shaft, just a concrete core, which
Mm.
the building wraps around, and going up that we have you have riser boxes that are attached to the core, so all your ducting and cables go through there all the way up the building. So a manager of the contractor had she stood on the riser box and fell through. So she fell through that one, and
Gosh.
then the one below. So she fell down 2 levels, messed herself right up. She was in a real bad way. So I've never seen so many emergency services in one place in my life. So basically, I had to lift them onto this platform in a
Just
man rider.
break it down in more detail. So, what are you using to lift them up? Is it a man
A
rider
man
cage?
rider, yeah,
Sure.
yeah. So that was a man rider. So they were in that with a stretcher. I had to lift them onto the platform, and then
Who's in the man rider cage?
2 paramedics and a slinger.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, quite a lot of pressure for the slinger as well, right? Because it's
Well,
one thing banking, a
yeah.
block of bricks, kind of thing.
I did have to have a little bit of a word with him because prior to that, it was kind of flapping a little bit, like running around and shouting. I just said to him, "Look, calm down.
Mm.
It's okay. We'll deal with it. It's just another lift, like any other.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely right.
just another
Yeah,
lift." So he's yeah, sorry, mate. Sorry, it's okay. I was just it's a bit tense situation.
totally. And I
Yes.
suppose that is the way to approach it, isn't it? Because albeit, I mean, riding actually in man rider cages isn't that typical, is it? It's normally sort of avoided just because it's seen as higher risk
Yeah.
lifting. Obviously, having humans in the end of a cage on the end of a
Yeah.
thread in the sky is normally, people normally try and avoid it. But, it is pretty typical for glass
Yeah.
installations and
Yeah.
things like that. It's actually pretty typically how they clean glass
Yeah.
windows on
Yeah.
skyscrapers. I don't know if you've seen, they've got
Yeah.
this sort of built-in crane. It's a type of crane, but they're just connected to a
Yeah,
man rider.
yeah, building maintenance unit. Yeah, yeah.
But so okay, so you've got the paramedic in there, you've got the slinger in there.
Hmm.
Like what's happening?
Yeah, so I land them on the canty deck. They go in the building, probably gone about half an hour, and then they pull the lady out, put her in there, and then I've got to think, right, I've got to get her down quite quickly, but obviously safely as well and smoothly,
Mm.
because I don't know what's wrong with her. Don't want any knocks or anything.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was landing out in an open space in the road, so it wasn't anywhere tight where you couldn't bang into things and
Mm.
stuff like that. So I was lucky in that respect. So yeah, it was just about keeping calm and composed, really. Yeah, that was basically it. There was we was off work. Well, we had to go in every day for 8 weeks, but the site was shut down for full investigation. It turned out that um, the subcontractor had been striking below that man the riser boxes because they were propped up with with gas legs, but they'd been striking without a striking permit, and where it was supposed to be bolted into the wall, it wasn't. So it was all a little bit naughty.
Right.
Yeah, but she's okay now. It took her a long time, but she's okay. She had a punctured lung and she had to
Gosh.
have plastic surgery on her arm and that sort of stuff. So yeah, that was that. Interesting experience.
Wow, how did you manage to stay so calm? I mean, it sounds a bit like you were sort of the calm head there, keeping the lifting team sort of
Yeah.
organised. Where was the crane supervisor in this? Or was he the slinger?
So he was a slinger, and I don't actually know where the proper crane supervisor was. I can't remember. But there was the contracts manager was there. He was involved with it as well, so he was sort of overseeing what was happening. But yeah, I think I'm calm in a crisis anyway.
Hmm.
Obviously, it comes down to I was confident in my abilities as well, being quite experienced, but I've always sort of thrived under pressure anyway with certain scenarios. So my missus always says, you know, it's quite frustrating for her because nothing phases me. Where she's sort of like a live wire, she's like nothing seems to
Yeah.
bother you. You're just so laid back. So I think that helps. Yeah.
Mate, no, absolutely. Well, it sounds like they were really lucky, you know, that they had you there that day.
I mean, I don't want to blame my own trumpet, but one of the operators did say, you know, if there was anyone that it had to be Jim. He said it had to be you. So, you know,
Have you had
say to that?
anything like that happen since, or you know, these pretty rare
No,
isolated
nothing
scenarios?
like that. Nothing like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Tim, aka the Crane Man, and I'm with the Lift Tec Academy. If you have any questions about getting into lifting operations for yourself, maybe you want to find out more about becoming a crane operator, then our phone number will be in the description and our contact details should be on screen now. We're open 7 days a week from 9 AM till 9 PM, and our team are ready to take your call. Have a great day and thanks for watching.